I just woke up. This is what it looks like when I just woke up. I didn't do my hair or anything. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, what's up? My name is vianney.strick. Thank you so much for being here. So today, as you can see by the title, we are doing a summer glam with only creams. I've actually never done a tutorial with only creams, and lately I have been loving cream products. I don't know why I never really dabbled into them, but they are game-changing, and there's so many different ways to use them, and they're so multifunctional, so I really wanted to do this video for you guys. I hope that y'all enjoy it. And if you do enjoy this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to join my squad. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so let's get started. I have pulled out so many products to show you guys. Not all of them will be on my face, but I kind of wanted to show you guys different options. While I was pulling all the makeup out for this tutorial, I realized that I have more cream products than I thought I did. So why not just show you guys like what's out there, whether it's drugstore or high-end. The only non-cream products that I'll be using is obviously like mascara, brows, and lips and things like that. So I'm actually just going to get the brows out of the way so that we can kind of move on to the actual tutorial. So I'll be using the Benefit GimMe Brow, and I use the shade 4, and I'm just going to run that through my brows to give them a lot of shape, color, and definition, and then probably later in the video I'm going to go back in with either a brow pencil or a brow powder. Alright, you guys know I like to kind of let that dry before going in with any more brow products, so let's move on to the face. First and foremost, no matter what you're doing without makeup, with makeup, powder, cream, you should always be using a SPF every single day. So today I'll be using the Weightless Liquid Mineral Sunscreen with Zinc Oxide SPF 30 from First Aid Beauty. This does have a squeezy tube, and it kind of comes out like with a tint, but I personally don't see it actually giving a tint to my face. It blends out to nothing. I think that this would be a really good SPF if you are a lot deeper in skin tone, because it's not gonna come out in that like white casty way, and so I really feel like this would be a good one to not make you look ashy. So I'm just gonna spread that everywhere. The first thing I do in the morning is put on my sunscreen, even if I'm staying home all day. Holy crap, I just rubbed off my eyebrow. I forgot that I had my eyebrows done. Oh. Okay, so moving on to foundation. My current favorite foundation these days is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Foundation. I have two of them because I've been mixing two shades, but if you want to see a full review on this brand new foundation, I can link it up here. It has been so good, and even though it's new and it just came out, I have been wearing it every time I've been wearing makeup. Like, that says a lot. So I will be mixing the shade M100W and M80W. My favorite way to blend it out is with a sponge. This is just the Wet n Wild sponge. While I'm blending this out, I just wanted to let you guys know that creams can work for so many different reasons. Like, even if you don't have dry skin, you can still use creams to either have more of a dewy look, a more natural look. It's also a really nice way to add makeup to your bare skin because it does have something to attach to because it is a cream. I also love cream for building up product faster. Like, I've been loving using cream bronzers because I love bronzer, and using it as a cream as a base and then setting it with a bronzer, you're like barely using any bronzer. It not only looks really nice and vibrant with a lot of pigment, but if you do a cream first and then set it with a powder, I mean, that's gonna last forever. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer, and I have the shade Cashew, I believe. I'm just gonna put some in the inner corner on over the eyelid, because as you guys can see, my eyelids they do have discoloration, and then just because everyone's been doing this, I'm gonna do this little trick to lift your face. So just remember, this can go so many ways. You don't need foundation, you don't need concealer. The only reason why I'm doing all this is because I wanted to do a summer glam. As you can see, it is lighter than my skin tone, obviously, but I don't really tend to go too much lighter anymore. I don't love the super highlighted look. So for me personally, I just like to stick to maybe 2 shades lighter than my foundation with a yellow undertone, and this gives me enough highlights for my liking. There are 2 times that I will be using powder, and that is just to show you guys to not be afraid of using creams and think that you can't leave them looking creamy without powdering. So personally, I don't need to set my face, but the main thing that will crease at all times, and I have to set it, is under my eyes and my smile lines. But that doesn't mean that you have to set your whole face if you don't want to. So I kind of want to like to show you guys that. So I'll be using my tried and true Hailey's Beauty setting powder, and I'm just gonna grab a small brush and I'm going to set right under my eyes, really just the creases though, and then of course my eyelids, because that also creases, even though we are gonna go in with a cream shadow. But I'm gonna set my smile lines. But you know, I really don't care to look dewy under my eyes or around my mouth. It's really just the face. The next step is actually my favorite. I have been obsessing, like I said, with bronzing with creams. But I wanted to show you guys a technique that I've shown you before. I really like to bronze with foundations, like use a darker foundation shade and just do it like that. So not that the idea is revolutionary, but the idea came to me because I am on some PR lists, and like this foundation and this foundation, all these foundations I get all the shades of sometimes. So I'm like, well, how can I repurpose these shades that don't work for my skin tone? And I just repurpose them as bronzers. And the reason why I like it so much is because since they are foundations, they are a lot easier to blend because they're supposed to be for foundation. So my go-to has been the Wet n Wild Dewy foundation in the shade Cocoa. This is like a really nice warm bronzer for me. I have also been using the Benefit Air Stick foundation in the shade 8. This one is also really nice and it's easier to travel with because it is a stick. And I'll just take like an angled brush. This is from Zerea. So I'm just gonna take it, stipple it a little bit on my hand, and then go wherever I would want to bronze. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some of the Wet n Wild Cocoa. So I just like to go on my cheekbones, and I actually don't really contour anymore. I like to bring it up the temples, also on the hairline and the forehead right here. This is what's gonna like really bring it all in. Connect it on the other side. And whatever's left, you can just use as bronzer down the neck. You know how nice that looks? It looks like you have highlight already because like see how glowy it is because it is a foundation. So the cool thing to me about using foundations as cream products is that you can actually choose the finish, which I think is awesome. Again, you could set this with a translucent powder or a bronzer if you want it to like really stay. So next, let's talk about blush. I want to show you guys a couple different options that I have. So today we are going to be using my current favorite liquid blushes, and they are the GrandePOP liquid blushes. But I wanted to show you guys different ones first before we apply this because there is so much at the drugstore, and I wanted to show you guys some tricks. So some of the ones that I have, I recently tried this one. This is the NYX Bear With Me Jelly blush. It is very intense looking. It looks really dark at first, but when you start blending it out, it really does get a lot softer. This, I find that it works better with a full face of makeup on. The pigment attaches a lot better. When you are wearing it on a bare face, it's just very subtle. So if that's something you like, then you can buy this and it'll last you a literal lifetime. Other blushes that I've tried are from CoverGirl. These are the Clean Fresh cream blushes. I personally wasn't the biggest fan of these because I personally don't love super shimmery or highlighty blushes. They're really pretty. They give a lot of pigment. It's just very luminous, and for me, I'm just more of a matte blush kind of girl, even if it's cream. So if you do like very luminous blushes, then you would really enjoy these. And then lastly, I kind of wanted to give you guys a little trick. Originally, I learned this from my mom, and I know she's watching, and if I didn't tell you that I learned this from her, she would get on me. So Mom, here is your spotlight. She used to always put lipstick on as cream blush, and I have been doing that ever since she's been doing that. And I know that a lot of people know about that, but I kind of wanted to give you guys another little trick. If you do like those matte cream blushes, you can also use a liquid lipstick. So I have actually been using this NYX Powder Puff lip product on my cheeks. Believe it or not, I bought it and the shade was just not my favorite for my lips, but it's a really pretty blush shade. So I just, you know, take some out and, you know, I just put it on my face. You really don't need this much product. I don't know why I did that, but you can blend it out and it becomes a matte blush. And since it is a lipstick, it lasts forever. So I actually use this on my bare skin a lot when I just need a little bit of color. So just remember, there are so many ways to use cream products. You don't need to only buy the things that are targeted for the cream audience. Like, you don't need cream products, just use whatever you have. So anyways, now that I'm done rambling on, I just wanted to show you guys a little close-up of these. So again, GrandePOP liquid blushes. They're supposed to be plumping. I don't really know what that even means, but I really like the formula. These are from Grande Cosmetics, and this nude shade is Tiramisu, and then this darker, like warmer reddish shade is Cinnamon Sugar. I love both of these. I think I'm gonna mix them today, and that's the cool thing about cream products is that you really can mix them. And by the way, these go a really, really long way. So see, it made like a really pretty like coral shade. So this is too much. You really don't need that much product. I'm actually grabbing the same brush that I use for the bronzer, and even if it has extra product, it kind of actually helps it blend into the bronzer. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit. Again, your hand will be your best friend. So once you grab some product, just stipple it by itself and then start stippling it on your face. I like a lot of blush, like a lot, so I'm just gonna go ham. And I also like to bring it on my nose. I'm sure most of you guys know, I just love that. And then whatever is left, I sometimes like to bring up on the bronzer just to kind of let it all blend together. So we're gonna let it dry before we put on highlight, because right now I'm looking really dewy and I literally wouldn't even need highlight. So we're actually gonna move on to some eyeshadow. So for cream shadows, again, you can use them because you like the way the creams look. You can use them for a more natural look, and you can also use them as a base. So again, you can make your eyeshadows last a really long time with a cream base. So I just wanted to show you guys a couple ones that I found in my collection, just to give you guys an idea. The first one I wanted to show you guys, this is the KOKIE Cosmetics Crystal Fusion Liquid Shadow. This specific one is in the shade Polaris, so this is more of like your shimmery liquid shadow. And here we have more of a glitter shadow, so this is from Pixie Beauty, and this is in the shade Mirage. Then I have some of these. These are from COVERGIRL. They're the Vitalize Healthy Glow Highlighter Illuminators. So they're actually highlighters, but you can easily just use them as shadows. First we have the shade 6, which is a really pretty gold shade. Then we have the shade 5, which is more of a taupey rose gold shade. Then we have the shade 3, which is a rosy rose gold, more of a pink tone, of course. And here we have number 4, which is more of a like burnt copper shade. Then I wanted to give you guys like a very, very inexpensive but amazing cream shadow formula. These are from Shop Miss AOA. They're called the Velour Shadows, and they're beautiful. So from top to bottom, we have Stronger, Private Show, and Sometimes. I mean, look how gorgeous that is. These are only $1 each. I think I'm actually gonna use these today. Kind of wanna mix the bronzy and the rose gold. Why not? And I do have long nails, so I will be going in with a brush because I can't really get precise. And of course, you guys know all the products that I'm talking about, even the ones I'm not applying on my skin, I will be listing down below. And get those inner corners. If we really, really want to stick to creams, then I'm going to go back in with my cream bronzer. I'm just going to put a little bit on my hand, and I'm going to blend the shadow out as if it was my transition shade. I'm just trying my hardest to stick to creams to show you guys that it is totally doable. When it comes to cream shadow, I don't really tend to do like dramatic looks. It's more of an everyday look for me. The glam part of this tutorial mainly came from like the full face of makeup. With the same bronzer, I'm just gonna run that on my lower lash line because I can't go without a lower lash line shadow. Okay, so I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. I'm quickly just gonna finish my eyebrows real fast. I'm gonna be using the Benefit Brow Styler in the shade 4.5. Moving right along to eyeliner, I will be using the Maybelline Hyper Easy Liner just to do a thin line. And then for mascara, I'm actually going to be doing 2 coats of the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. Now I'm going to use the AOA shade in Sometimes, and I'm just going to use that as my highlight for my inner corner, as well as for my face. Like I said, the thing about creams is that you can really use them for anything that you want. So I'm going to put this in my inner corner and under my brow bone, on my nose. By the way, this little tiny brush, that is awesome. It's a Sigma Blending E36. I literally don't need highlight. Like, I'm just kind of putting it on to show you guys that you can use things for different parts of your face, but like I don't really need it, which is awesome. So really just intensify as much as you want. So the last step would be lips, but I wanted to show you guys a little trick because I know that not everybody could just wear a full face of cream and not set it. I understand that that's not possible for a lot of people that have very oily skin, or if you live in a very humid area like I do. Hi, Texas. Even though this is a cream product video, I kind of wanted to show you guys a little trick of mine. So the way that I set cream products, if I want them to still look like creams, is this little guy. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder, and then this one that I have is in the shade Medium. They do have 3 shades. The reason why I didn't use this under my eyes is because I personally don't like a luminous under eye. That's just preference, but you could easily just use this powder under your eyes if that's the case. Oh crap, I forgot to close the sifter. So this powder is a very slightly luminous powder. It's not crazy, like I don't even know if you're gonna be able to tell. See how, I don't know if you can tell, but I really like this powder because it's not shimmery or glittery or anything like that. It's just luminous, but it's not super luminous, and it's super thin. So you can get away with a very light layer, and it won't look like you have powder on. So I'm gonna be using my Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH01. I get so many questions about this brush, and I'm just gonna use not even all of what's on the cap. I'm just gonna grab some and really take off the excess. And I'm going to set my face. So it is powder, so obviously it's not gonna look like a cream, but see how this part is set, but it's still luminous, it's still healthy, and you can bring back some of that dew with a setting spray. So I'm gonna do that for my whole face. Again, I know that this is like going against the whole point of the video, but I just wanna give everyone options. And then I'm gonna set it with a setting spray. I've been really enjoying this NYX Bear With Me Cannabis Sativa Seed Oil Spray. If you're interested about learning about cannabis in makeup products, go to this video. I did a lot of research for you guys. So with that powder, setting everything in, your makeup's gonna last, but with the setting spray, it's gonna bring it all kind of back. See how my face doesn't look powdery? And so that's why I kind of like this cream method, because my skin actually looks really stunning in person because I don't have so many layers of creams and powders, creams and powders. Say that 5 times. Say it, do it, try it. So really quickly before I do put on just a regular lipstick, I just wanted to show you guys that you could also use a cream blush as a lip color. I do this on an everyday basis, not with a full glam, but I do like to do this when I have more of a natural look going on. You can't even tell that I'm wearing anything. It just looks like my lips are just naturally pretty and pink. It helps them show up more and just give me more of a healthy look. So this is something that I love to do, and sometimes I'll just throw lip balm over that and see how beautiful that looks. But today is a summer glam, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some actual lip products on. Okay guys, I am back, and if you're wondering what this beautiful lip combo is, it is Gerard Cosmetics Lip Pencil in Share and Grande Cosmetics Lip Plumper in Rosewood. So this is the final result. I feel like this video was a journey for some reason. Did you guys feel that way? I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to show you guys a lot of different options because I know that sometimes it's defeating watching a tutorial with products that you don't have and you feel like you need to spend money. And I'm just telling you, go through your makeup collection and repurpose different things. Like, just do it. You will thank me later. Or just thank me now. You can thank me now if you want. I really hope that y'all enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know if you guys do similar things to me. What are your favorite cream products? Because I feel like a lot of these products, I did repurpose them. So let me know what your favorite cream products are that are like meant to be cream products. And just come say hi, like always. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all your love and support. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.